Hey everyone, it's Erik here on Daily Mail FTM, and this week we are reading off letters to our past selves. And because of reasons, whatever, I don't really have the patience right now to sit down and write an actual letter to my past self. So instead, I'm going to be giving advice to my past self as fireworks are continually lit off in the distance behind me because tomorrow is July the 4th. So for my fellow Americans or people who are here from another country at this time, happy Independence Day, or as I call it, Fireworks Day, because that's really all I care about is the wonderful fireworks display in my tiny town. I now realize why none of our roads get paved and our education is crap. It's because all the money goes towards fireworks, which I'm okay with. But anyway, on to this week's topic. For me, the past is kind of a difficult topic. There's a lot of it that I feel like I want to change, but when I actually think about what would have happened had those things not happened to me, or if I had given myself some kind of advice back then, it worries me to know that might have affected the way that I am today. You know, let's say if I had gone back in time somehow and told myself that I was trans long before initial puberty started, what would that have done to me as a person now? I don't know. So I'm going to be talking about things that I don't think would have really affected anything had they been different back then. So let's get to it. First of all, I would have told myself to never ever stop drawing. For a period of about 2 to 3 years, I stopped drawing completely because I was told almost every single day of my life that I would never ever make a career in anything involving art. So I stopped drawing and I started learning how to do civil engineering. And I did 2 years of studying that and architectural design at a vocational school near where I live. And I did end up completing that course. Anybody who's been on here for a couple months, you know, I just graduated from my vocational school and high school in May. So I think I still would have wanted to go to that class just to have a sort of safety net, but I would have preferred that I had never ever stopped drawing in the first place. Just don't. Now I have a whole bunch to catch up on because I have decided that I'm going to pursue, you know, the career that I wanted to do originally. So I have some catching up to do, but I'm getting there. So anyway, that's advice number 1. Advice number 2, I would have preferred to have played a lot more guitar and to have gotten a lot better and played ukulele a lot more. My general coping skills, I do them a lot, but I wish that I did them more. Guitar, I've played for about 5 years, ukulele 4, and for the amount of time that I've spent on learning these 2 instruments, I should be so much better than I am. I've had people tell me that I'm great at playing guitar. I've heard people say that I'm decent at singing. That one, I don't know about that. Especially now, because if I try too hard, my voice will just be like, whoa. One of the number 1 things I think that I should have changed is I think I tried too hard to earn people's approval, and I think I still do sometimes, where because I have such a history of not making friends easily or at all, I feel like I try too hard. You know, like I expect that I have to try extraordinarily hard to be able to get a friend or romantic partner or whatever, when in all reality, I probably don't need to try quite as hard, and I need to keep that in mind even still. But I wish I would have gotten that into my head a lot sooner, a couple of years ago at least, so that now, you know, I wouldn't have such a difficult time in social situations. So I hope you all have a good week, good 4th of July for my fellow Americans. I feel like Obama, like a white hipster Obama. My fellow Americans. Anyway, I will see you all next Saturday.